Department of DISIL for having invited me to give a talk on my specialty, that is oral hygiene and its importance in our lives. What is oral hygiene? I just want some few answers if I can get from you all.
Taking care of your teeth.
Yeah, taking care of not just the teeth.
Your,
Okay. Oral is mouth.
Yeah.
Hygiene is cleanliness. So oral hygiene is cleanliness of the mouth. Now what is good oral hygiene? Can I get some answers? What is good oral hygiene? The criteria for good oral hygiene are no stains on teeth, no dental plaque or deposits on teeth, no bad breath, and no decay or caries in teeth. Any person who has any of these criteria, who doesn't have any of these criteria, is considered or is labeled as a person with bad oral hygiene. The first one, as I said, stains, the cause of bad oral hygiene. Now the stains are either intrinsic stains or extrinsic stains. The intrinsic stains are the ones which are from within the tooth, and the extrinsic are the ones which are from outside, which can be cleaned manually or with ultrasonic scalers. The intrinsic stains are caused either by some medicines which are taken during pregnancy or given to the child when the teeth are in their formative stages. They are either caused by excess of fluoride in water. The excess of fluoride in water, like in states of Rajasthan, you can see quite a few people who have brownish stains, they have jagged margins on their teeth. That is all because of excess of fluorine in the water, which is more than 2 parts per million, which is a permissible limit. So these stains are from within the tooth, or if someone has met with some trauma, some blow, then the nerve inside the tooth tends to get non-vital and it starts discoloring the tooth. Or some old fillings, silver fillings especially, which are very old, they also start discoloring the teeth. So these kind of stains cannot be removed externally by external means. But the extrinsic stains, which are mainly caused by excess of tea, coffee, pan, colas, tobacco, smoking, these are the ones which can be removed by ultrasonic scalers, or we could even bleach them with the help of lasers. The second criteria for bad oral hygiene is dental plaque or deposits, or what is commonly known as tartar. Now whatever food you eat, it collects on the tooth surface as soft deposits. It's very soft and white in color. This, if it is allowed to stay on the tooth surface for a very long time, and if it is not cleaned, then it gets mineralized and it becomes hard. This plaque subsequently, if it is allowed to continue as it is on the tooth surface, it starts getting stained and then you get an unsightly smile. You can see this. The third criteria for bad breath. One thing is it is caused by deposits. Another thing is these deposits, when they keep increasing, they go beneath the gum, between the gum and the tooth, and then it causes swelling of gums, bleeding of gums, and subsequently pus formation. There is bone loss around the tooth which takes place. Subsequently, we have to even extract those teeth. But these are the local causes. But in case you feel after you have got if you've ruled out the local causes after going to a dentist, then there are other causes of medical which could be of concern are some respiratory problems. Those give rise to bad breath. There are some digestive system problems which give rise to bad breath. Diabetes is one of the reasons why a person can have bad breath. So you need to consult a physician, a general practitioner, in case the local causes of bad breath which are concerning the mouth are ruled out by your dentist. The fourth criteria for bad oral hygiene is dental decay or caries. The food particles on the saliva, the food particles on the tooth surface, if they are allowed to stay for a longer time, the saliva acts on them and acid is released. Now this acid subsequently dissolves the tooth material. Thus the surface of the tooth tends to become rough. This rough surface attracts more food particles and the cycle starts. There's more acid which is released and more amount of tooth material gets dissolved. Subsequently the tooth tends to get decayed. Now if decayed tooth is allowed to still continue as it is, ultimately the decay reaches the nerve inside and what you need is a root canal treatment. If the root canal is not done, ultimately the tooth needs to be extracted. Extraction is not the be all and end all of dental treatment these days. I would like to highlight some of the modern day approaches to dentistry. They are primarily conserving teeth, aligning teeth and beautifying them. Now what comes under conserving teeth? Let's start from the formative stages of the tooth, where you can have the fluoride treatment which is done in the clinics. When the child is small, the teeth are in their formative stages, we do fluoride applications. Now these fluoride applications are done in the clinic after a specific time interval. Why? Because there is a certain structure in the enamel where the which consists of ions called hydroxyapatite ions. Fluoride mixes with those ions and forms fluoroapatite, which is resistant to decay. If you have not taken fluoride treatments, you could at least go in for Pitt and Fisher sealants. If you can see this, these are the grooves where food tends to collect. Now these grooves, if we apply a Pitt and Fisher sealant, they become shallow. With the result, food is prevented from sticking to the surface and causing decay over there. In case you have not gone in for the Pitt and Fisher sealants, you could at least have if you notice some caries in your mouth, in your teeth, you could at least get them filled on time. Till such time that the decay is restricted only to the enamel area, please get the fillings done. Once it reaches the dentine, this dentine has very fine tubules and then the decay spreads very fast. So at least get the fillings done on time. So if you've noticed some decay, go to the dentist, get it checked and get it filled. Otherwise, the decay reaches the nerve inside. You can see this pulp chamber. The decay reaches right here and you need to go in for root canal treatment or endodontia. All this is...
Madam, I just want to interrupt.
Yeah.
What are the symptoms for laymen like us to know that we are having some kind of a problem on the decay, which we are basically trying to...
I'll explain you.
Okay.
We have a clipping also to show them. So the once the root canal, this is the last stage where you can conserve whatever is there. If you have not done that and the gums have also got infection inside, or sometimes because of the deposits which are not removed, the gums have swollen and the bone has reduced, then we have specialized treatment of the gums or periodontia. Perio is surrounding, dontium is tooth. So then we need to have the root canal and the periodontic treatment. So it is an endoperio treatment, that is what we say. Okay. The last is dental implants. Now we have shown this as a simulating, this is a root and this is an implant. We just have shown this because we want to show that the implant, it works like the root of the tooth. Once we have implanted the tooth, implanted it in the jawbone. Dental implants are basically meant to conserve the bone material which is there. After the tooth has been extracted, there is no stimulus for bone formation in that area of the bone. So the bone keeps on reducing in height. This bone keeps reducing, but at least if the implant is there, the bone height is preserved. The gum height and hygiene, the level is maintained. Not only that, the adjacent teeth are also prevented from moving, and thereby the collapse of the occlusion is prevented. The second criteria in modern day dentistry is alignment. In case you are not born with a perfect, near perfect dentition, there is no need to despair. We always have means or measures to correct your teeth. Orthodontia, ortho is again correction and dontium is tooth structure. In this, not only the teeth are aligned, but even the bone undergoes changes. So the total appearance of the face undergoes a change for the better. And if now this is of course of a small child who wanted colorful brackets and all, but you can, these days we have tooth colored brackets which are fixed instead of these colored ones, and all you see is a thin line which goes from within the brackets.